Welcome back to Dual Vibes, everybody. This is Danny.
This is Pike.
And this is Dual Vibes. Guys, episode 14 on the Dual Vibes podcast. Let me tell you guys something. Last week, I had severe trauma coming from, that episode. Me rewatching it and me having to edit those certain parts that you saw edited, I felt like I was actually in a black hole. I feel like I had dreams. I'm not gonna seriously. I woke up sweating, and I was sick, but I woke up sweating from the strictly thought.
Yeah, the thoughts of
just
nothingness.
Nothing. So
pretty scary stuff, man.
Guys. I risked PTSD for the rest of my life, guys, because when I think about this stuff, it's gonna be no sleep. So now,
it gets pretty deep.
I listen to 10 hours rainfall and thunder to go to bed too.
Well, you might have nightmares about today's episode too, then, because some of them are like what ifs.
The ones that I have are pretty damn good.
So today's episode, we're gonna talk about conspiracies, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them that touch on a lot of different things.
Disclaimer: I have no idea what I'm going to be talking about. I wrote down some topics, and I know about one fact per one, so I'm just going to go off the dome. Let me know if I'm right in the comments. Go ahead.
I'm actually doing the same thing. I got, I think, a couple different ones that I'm gonna bring up, and I know about a few of them a little bit, but nothing crazy. So I could be completely wrong. I'm just gonna go off the conspiracies that I've heard, I guess.
Quarter of the day. But honestly, so I wanna read this. It's my wallpaper on my phone. The C8's still on there, but that's my home screen now, not my lock screen. So my lock screen, I wake up. I look at my phone, right? No notifications because I don't need notifications, okay? I deleted and blocked everyone. No, I'm just kidding. I just don't have notifications. So anyways, the home screen or the lock screen says, here's what you're going to do. So I'm being bossed around first thing in the morning. I love that, right? I'm put to a task. I love that. Find your why. Build a business. Retire your aging mother. Reach financial freedom. Leave a lasting legacy. When you find an eternal why, everything will shift. That's all I'm going to say. Read the quote today.
That's a good wallpaper. I'll read mine right after I read the quote of the day. It says, your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Your time is limited. So, as we say in almost every podcast, just go do it, go try it. And if someone else doesn't agree with it, it doesn't really matter.
I mean,
find your why and then go do it.
Can't really get any better than that, man.
So my wallpaper is
That being said, I let no motherfucker tell me what to do. If Danny Hammy don't want to do it, I ain't gonna do it.
So my wallpaper is nothing because I really just do not care. All right. So I didn't have a background. I used to have a background.
What a vibe kill, bro.
I was going to say something funny, and then you started screaming into the microphone.
We went from motivation to, I don't care.
Because it was going to be actually something, and then, anyways, doesn't matter. As always, follow our socials. They're right up here on the top of the board.
We're going crazy on TikTok Live right now, guys. Every time TikTok we go live, the last time we went live for an hour and we had 35K likes.
Yeah.
Me and Mike went live the other night, and we had over 41,000.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going crazy. Guys, we do dumb crap on there all the time.
Yeah, but it's fun. It's like entertaining, high entertainment, and we interact with almost everyone that goes on there. And, yeah, so if you guys haven't checked out any of our lives, just go check them out. Like, honestly, we usually post when they're going to be, live started. Actually,
we're going live right after this, but you guys won't know that.
Yeah. Yes. But we're going to jump right into these conspiracies so we can jump off and go into other stuff. But
jump off and go into other stuff? Bro, what are you saying, bro?
Jump off and go into the live.
Gotcha.
Because it's going to get too late.
So go ahead and read the first one, bro.
I told everyone we're going to be on live at 11:30.
Yeah, it's fine. It's only 11 o'clock. Right. We don't miss deadlines, bro.
All right. So the first conspiracy that I wrote down right here. It's about the Illuminati.
So am I answering this? I'm so confused.
What are your thoughts on it?
The Illuminati?
The Illuminati. Do you think it's a real thing? The idea that a secret society controls world events and governments.
Yes.
Think it's real?
Yes.
Who do you think runs it then?
BlackRock.
Okay. Is there any like famous people you think that's in it? Like, what do you think?
Diddy. No, just all of them.
No
Jeffrey
Diddy.
Epstein, just
Epstein?
Epstein Island. Like I think they're
Epstein
crazy.
Island was a real thing, and that is actual case, and they just opened the files, and there's like a whole bunch of people in there. So
Dude, listen, honestly, if the FBI comes after me, like, come on, just arrest me. It's fine, dude.
this is number 2 that FBI is gonna come after you. We already apologized on the first one.
So let's talk about this, right? So when you think of a bunny is like a test subject, does the same thing, right? It doesn't do anything. It just jumps around. It doesn't have any purpose. Like a lot of these people that work their jobs, that's what they do, right? The businesses that create all this revenue, BlackRock like owns like most of this shit. Like that's what I've read. Like
Yeah.
banks,
Mm.
real estate. I mean, everything that we buy is tied into something. We pay property taxes on real estate that we own. Does that make sense? So if I own a piece of land, I have to pay a property tax on it.
Yeah.
For what? Like, what am I actually paying the property tax for? If I own the land, what am I paying the tax on? Why am I even paying a tax? It seriously, what is it going to?
Renting part of the earth, I guess.
But why am I'm renting part of the earth because I live on it.
No, yeah, I agree.
Like seriously, if I was to pay off a house, right, I'm still owing, and this is out of pocket. So, I mean, obviously, most of the property taxes, since being a real estate agent, it's tied into your mortgage. You're paying, depending on where you live. Like right now, where I live, it's like 1,800. So about 150 a month. What am I paying 150 a month for? I don't live in an HOA.
To live.
Literally, that's dumb. Like that's dumb. Like where's that money going to?
So you think it's tied into Illuminati?
I don't know if it's signed to the Illuminati, but I think the Illuminati is actually real in it. Let's just want like an example of like how the government like kind of like controls everyone.
Okay.
Because I'm still paying for stuff even though I own it.
I agree with
So
that.
even like commercial real estate, you still got to pay that stuff on it. And if you're in
Yeah.
an inner city, you're paying way more.
So do you think the Illuminati,
The triangle eyeball,
yes, is in on a lot of the other stuff, like weird things that are happening, the deaths of certain people, that's what I was like, that's what it's referring to. Someone is controlling everything, like the government, whatever. I'm just saying, is the Illuminati real?
Oh, 100%. I mean, I can't speak of it because I don't know the facts, but I do think that there is this big old scheme that we're being hidden from a bunch of stuff and that a certain number of people in that triangle know about.
Okay.
And if they get exposed or get close to exposing, they're dead, eliminated. It's like the Hunger Games.
I kind of agree with that. I think there's something going on. I don't know what it is, what it's about, but I think same concept. When someone gets close to it or like has a big breakthrough of something, I think they just off it.
I mean, we talked about this in the last podcast.
A
Like,
little bit, yeah.
like the cure of cancer.
Mhm.
If there's a cure for cancer, something that, eliminates people and is like a source of like population control, you wouldn't be able to control the population anymore
Correct.
because cancer like comes in everyone. Like
Yeah,
everyone
the
has
death rate to
cancer
cancer is
cells,
crazy. Yeah.
right? It's just a matter of when it blows up. So the food
Not everyone has cancer cells.
You know that for a fact?
Yeah. Not everyone has cancer cells. I'm pretty sure.
No, there's cancer cells inside of every living
Can we fact check that, Mike?
human, and it's just a matter if they spread. That's like the whole thing about it. It's like a diet and stuff like that. Like all the foods that we eat.
I know there's things that cause cancer and everything we do and eat,
I'm
breathe.
pretty sure every single
possible.
human has cancer cells.
Yeah,
It's
not everyone has it. I think if you do have cancerous cells in your body.
Did you read the first thing that came up, or did you scroll?
Yeah, it's a mutation. Okay, so and depending on what kind of cancer cells you have, it can spread to different parts of your body, so on and so forth. A lot of people have cancerous cells that don't mutate.
I'm gonna fact check because that's not what I read.
So, anyways, yeah, no, Illuminati, I believe is real. in some type of way. I think someone just gave it a name and called it Illuminati. There's too many people that throw up like the rock sign for like Jay-Z and all of that stuff, and then people call people crazy, like Orlando Bloom, I think his name is, and then Kanye West. They're off their rocker, but I think they were part of it at one point. Cat Williams.
Okay, so that's why you don't listen to TikTok and Google, because clearly you get the wrong information. Guys, I look like an idiot. So yeah, Mike was correct. Pretty much what I'm reading on here is all cells have the ability to mutate into a cancer cell, but it depends on certain toxins and things that we, take into our body. So
Sounds right.
I was wrong. I'm 0 for 1. That leads into the next one, COVID-19.
Is that yours?
Was it real?
Was COVID-19 real? The concept, the world,
Or was it created? Was it actually a virus that arose, or was it created? Because there was plenty of theories about, or conspiracies about, COVID-19 was created in a Chinese lab.
it was like I think it was a test rat or something like
Yeah.
that, and it got out. So I think that's how. I mean, I don't know. I never thought of it that much. I just know it was a pandemic. I believe it was real, as in people really died from it and stuff. Yes, I think it was like a severe case of the flu. Do I think it was made on purpose? Now I'm thinking about it, maybe.
I think so.
Maybe as like a population control, because there's a lot of people died. And I also believe there's a lot of hospitals that were marking off deaths as COVID just to get a paycheck as well, because that's something that they were trying to fight too. But yeah, no, I think it was possible to be population control.
I had COVID-19 once.
I did too.
You know what I did? I looked in the mirror and I said, mate.
And it went away.
No, it didn't go away, but
Yeah, no, I had it too. It was rough.
nothing's going to stop me.
Yeah, that's rough. People were, yeah, never mind. I'm not gonna do
I think COVID-19 was definitely created for population control.
that. Okay, I agree.
I mean, look at all the vaccines that we got put into our body.
Yeah, there's a lot of vaccines that they came out with
Free.
really fast.
Free.
Yeah, it was free. They
Free.
came up, so in a matter of a couple months, almost a year's time, they came up with a vaccine for COVID. But cancer has been around for how long? And there's no cure.
And
We're on to you.
And there was and like certain people working certain jobs were forced to get that, or they were taken out of the position. You would have to get a doctor's note if I am correct. Nick Watson, you can fact check me on this one. The military, you could get away with it if you had to have some type of paperwork from a doctor. But military personnel and like government jobs are required to have a vaccine.
Yeah.
And once again, creating robots. And a lot of people died from the vaccine too.
Yeah, the vaccines definitely caused some issues for some.
I mean, it was just forced out, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, you either got it or there was like certain things you could and couldn't do. But all right. Next one. The Mandela effect. Do you know what that is?
Is that when like a ball goes down a dam and then like it moves?
No.
What's the Mandela
I don't know.
effect?
I don't know what you meant. So I don't think so.
What is it?
The theory of a parallel universe existing, explaining why many people remember, like deja vu, events or facts different. Or no, I'm sorry. Remember facts differently. So deja vu is remembering it exactly how it happened, thinking it happened before. Mandela effect is some people don't. Okay, so for example, Fruit Loops. Some people think it's spelled with 2 O's. Other ones think it's spelled with a U, so on and so forth. So Mandela effect. You've never heard of that?
Bro, are you making this up?
No, you've never heard of the Mandela effect.
No, it says Fruit Loops.
How do you spell it?
Loops. Loops. Not lupus.
No, I'm telling you, dude. So how do you spell Fruit Loops on the box? How is it spelled? Is what I'm asking you.
Fruitloops.
Incorrect. Is what I'm telling you.
What,
That's what you think it is, but actually it's Frootloops.
well, that's just me not really studying Fruit Loops
Well, it's just like someone might argue the fact that it was spelled differently, but now it's spelled like this.
in a parallel universe.
No, they're saying the Mandela effect is saying you think it was spelled that way because in another universe it was spelled that way.
Oh, okay. So I'm
Like-
catching your drift.
The Bernstein Bears is spelled differently than it's the Bernstein Bears. It's just a concept that people swear on everything that like something was one way, and it's like a mass amount of people think it was done this way, and actually it was never that way.
No, I'm serious, dude. 1 used to be 2, 2 used to be 1. Back when
The fuck are you talking about?
back in my universe, 1 was 2, not 2 1. 1 2.
I don't know what that means, Danny.
It was actually 2 1 3 4 5, not 1 2 3 4 5. And if you really think about it, 2 1 3 4 5 makes more sense.
How? I can't. I don't. That has nothing to do
I
with the
know, I'm just
Mandela
joking.
effect.
All right, Mandela effect. I don't really have too much knowledge on this, but I mean, if if I was in another universe and fruit, I don't really think that's anything serious, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, bro, that was definitely spelled like that. And
But there's things I don't have a list of them. I wish I did, and I'd ask you, and then you'd probably get half of them wrong because people really just don't know. And it's more so people just think. I think it's not a real thing. I think people just don't really put too much. Like they just don't recognize it.
so is this like tomato? Is that why? Because people used to say tomato
No.
in a parallel
No.
universe, and now it's actually tomato
No.
because we live in 2025.
Tomato just sounds similar. So people say it. Potato. It's a kind of just running thing.
Or wouldn't that be a Mandela effect? I don't understand. Same word, different
No.
saying.
No. Mandela effect is you believing something was one way and actually it never was that way. But does he have a thingy or does he not? Does he have a monocle or not? And people swear up and down he does, and there's some people that say that he never did. And there's a right answer to it, but there's like a mass amount of people that believe he did, and there's a mass amount of people that believe he didn't. Does he? So
There's people starving in Africa, and we're worried about if a guy has a monocle on his eye.
actually,
On a board
no one in
game?
Africa is actually starving. That's the Mandela effect. Actually, like
Is it actually?
no.
Oh.
Well, actually, there's a lot of people helping out Africa. Yeah.
No, technically, like if we ever, create enough money out this where we can start a donation fund, I think that would be my first suggestion for us.
That'd be cool if we
Help
started
out
something.
starving kids. I would want to go and hand out food.
You know what I want to do? And like I can do this for free actually, just in my free time. Like go to the hospitals that like kids that are sick, and I'd feel like really bad and sad, to be honest with you. But and just go like have fun with them. Because we can go in there and we don't have a great like a lot of followers right now, and like that. But if we walked in, us three, and we're just like, hey guys, like we're just here to have fun with the kids and stuff. Can we shoot some videos if it's okay with their parents, stuff like that?
The Make-A-Wish, bro, that'd be dope.
And we just walk in just with a camera and just give them that light for a couple of minutes. Just saying, hey guys, we're doing a podcast. You guys are on it. We're doing a video. You guys are on it. We're gonna post it on our YouTube. We're not that big, but I guarantee it's gonna bring like so much like enjoyment to those kids' lives.
That'd be dope.
And we can do that for free. I'm pretty sure.
That's why I like Josh Allen so much, because he does that, bro.
Josh Allen does.
Any athlete that does that is dope.
Yeah, and it makes something so small to us that may look so small to us is like so big to others, like especially like kids and stuff that don't get a chance to live as far as we do. Never will get that chance. Don't get a chance to start a podcast. Like we give them that, like
That's
for
what
a couple
someone said to me
seconds.
one time.
a couple minutes.
That's what someone said to me one time.
What?
Something that looks so small. Well, with that being said,
A bull at 100 miles an hour.
we're gonna go next conspiracy, and that's gonna be, guys, this is trending on X. This is trending on TikTok. The Pyramid of Giza. And this is just another reason that I think the Illuminati is correct.
All I'm seeing on any social media about the pyramids is how'd they build this without AirPods? To be honest, you not seen that?
No.
Yeah, it shows a picture of like people building pyramids, and they're like, how'd they do this without AirPods? Because everyone needs music nowadays. Could you imagine working out there and like doing all that stuff back in the day and not having music? You're just legit working, thinking. Like,
Bro, but what if
it's different.
what if they didn't actually build it?
So what is the
What if they had a way? What if they had like robots back then? More advanced robots. This is straight off the dome. Let's just think about this. If they were able to dig through bedrock all the way down and build these giant pillars that they're saying that they did through a scan,
don't they go into the ground?
they go all the way down into the ground.
Yeah, okay.
And that's how these pyramids are like that's how the pyramids were built. They were built on these big platforms or something like that. And how they align perfectly with all this.
Yeah, I seen that. I
Stars
was
or
gonna bring
universes
that
or
up. They're like perfect coordinates to certain like not continents. I'm sorry.
I think it's universes.
Constellations.
Yeah, constellations. Certain constellations, it's in perfect alignment with.
Yeah. So they had to have some stuff like sundials and stuff like that.
And the quartz that it's used with, like built with, is like energy efficient quartz.
Yeah, I don't know. That's weird, man.
So what if they didn't have to pay for electricity back then? Because I want to know. And I already looked up flights to Egypt. $1,200.
So wait, are you saying
I'm gonna go find out for myself.
you're saying each brick is a solar panel?
Basically,
Dang.
it's just energy.
Dang.
But
I
so
know
there
that.
used to be rivers next to the pyramid.
Yeah.
And it's like hydroelectricity. It's like hydromagnetic or something like that. Like seriously, like I'm being so serious.
No, I don't know
I can't remember the
I don't
facts.
know anything you're talking about, so I'm just taking it for what you say. I really hope.
So like obviously water, right? So we talked about this in the last podcast. The guy that created a car that ran off water, but he suddenly died. Okay, so water is can be converted into energy,
Right.
right? Somewhat. I don't know. So think about like a power line when it hits water. The electricity doesn't stop. It flows through all the water that's around you. That's why you can't be in a bathtub when it's thundering outside because they have the electricity. You could blow up and you could fry.
Yeah.
Okay, so water can carry energy.
It
So these
carries energy. Yes.
But these pyramids were built next to a flowing river, and it was a way that they like created energy. I don't know. I watched a bunch of TikToks on it. I don't know if it's true. Most of them said AI created, so that's probably why.
Yeah. Yeah, think about the cancer cells we talked about earlier from TikTok.
Okay, but just think about it. How did they dig through bedrock and they built these giant
I'm not disagreeing
pillars?
with you. I have no idea how they were built because the bricks that they used are massive. You can't move them. Like humans can't move them. So but granted, like they could have had other ways to make it, but it's very hard to believe they built it with their own hands. To be honest, like the pyramids are so tall. How did you get that top brick on? Like how did you? It doesn't make sense.
I was watching a TikTok and it was like it said AI generated, but I mean there was people my height, 5'12", but then you look over and there are these like 70-foot giants like directing traffic, picking stuff up, putting them down. Like imagine being 70 foot tall, bro, and he was built.
Is AI basically it's artificial intelligence, right? That's what it stands for.
Yeah.
Is it just so basically it's taking what it thinks is true is happening? Is that what it is basically? If you say
It goes based off like all the stuff on the internet. It like pulls multiple sources. It pulls multiple sources.
So it doesn't just because some of them like you can ask a question and it kind of tells you like I'm not a real person. You can ask an AI system.
Bro, that's Snapchat.
No, you can ask it on any AI form. But what I'm saying is, so are you like is AI? If you say AI, can you make me a picture of the pyramids being built? If they put that in it, is that saying like AI thinks that's what's happened? Like what happened?
Probably.
Is that what's going on with that? I don't know if my thought is coming through. Right. So I'm thinking like those guys you seen, the big ass dudes that are building this, like maybe AI like found some stuff online and like this is actually how these were made.
But
But
what
low
if that
key we're
actually
like,
was?
oh, AI is just messing up.
What if AI is real?
I think we're gonna find out one day. I think we're getting too advanced for our own good. That's a whole nother topic.
I think. I think the people that were before us,
Mhm.
when a disaster of some sort wiped out planet Earth, people before us were way more advanced than we'll ever be.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, anything's possible. We don't know. We just know what's written in a book.
From an ancient civilization, yes.
I think there's a lot of possibilities,
Because
but it wouldn't make sense on how they were.
Egypt is now a desert. So if there was flowing water, where did the water go?
I mean, stuff dries up
It
sometimes.
dries up. It takes a while for something to
Oh
dry
yeah,
up.
but that's why it was a long time ago. This
Like when I spill water on my floor, it takes about an hour to dry up. Think about a whole river.
yeah, they've been
Exactly.
standing for a long time.
Exactly. I think one day we'll be able to configure how those pyramids were used to generate free energy. How is that the only thing left over? Isn't there like cities underwater that they found? Or is that just like
in
Greek
Egypt,
mythology? Anywhere.
there's no cities underwater. I
What's the
think
city of Atlantis?
it's fake.
How do you know it's
The lost
fake?
city of Atlantis.
How do you know it's fake?
I mean, it's never found. That's why it's a
Okay
lost
then.
city of Atlantis. I think it's pretty sure it's in movies only.
What
I could be
about
wrong.
what
We can
about
fact check that.
MK677 flight?
Is
That
that
was
one
never found.
Bermuda Triangle?
Yeah, that was never found.
Well, Bermuda Triangle is just it's just a lot of like hurricanes and storms and stuff. Like it's just a bad area, so things go missing.
How do we know?
But we don't. But that brings us to the next
What if
topic.
those people are actually alive still and they're just living in another life? What if they
There's actually a flight, and apparently, like I don't know, maybe this is on Netflix and it's not real at all. Apparently, like they got on a flight, traveled, it disappeared, but then people say they were on that flight and just like teleported in time.
Yes, yes, I've seen that movie.
Yeah,
Yes.
that might have been just a movie. Actually, I don't. I'm starting
No,
to freak
what if it's
myself
real,
out.
bro? Like, what if it's real? What if there is time travel? What if they entered a portal
That's what I'm saying.
and they went
But
back 4 billion years ago, but they're living now and we're living now? Simulation.
we're not going back to simulation. Look
They
like they're
just
going
loaded. They loaded into another. They bought the DLC.
DLC and Call of Duties. I used to buy those, every one of them.
I
That's
haven't
not.
bought one of those in a long time.
Yeah, me either.
Go ahead.
Next conspiracy. We talked about this last week a little bit. Flat Earth. Flat Earth conspiracy.
It's not flat. It's round.
Is it round?
It has to be.
So what this says is a group of people believe the Earth is flat, and that NASA and the government are hiding the truth, saying all the pictures that they take from above are actually just doctored, and people can see like the green screen around the globe, the marble, stuff like that. You don't think that's true?
I think NASA's fake somewhat.
You think they landed on the moon?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, bro, is there really enough out there to prove that they haven't?
Well, no, I think people are just
I think
non-believers. I think everyone tries to find like difficulties in it, issues,
content,
and
bro. It's content.
yeah, I think people just like to talk about stuff not happening. That may have people are bored. They want to talk about something.
I just don't know if you'd be able to hide space like everything being fake for so long.
Yeah,
That's like telling a story to 1,000 people and then saying, "All right, well, you can't let it get back to the original owner." Like, bro, that's getting back to the original owner after like 4 times saying
I
it.
agree.
Probably the first time with how people are today.
Yeah, I think it happened. I think the Earth is round, and I think we landed on the moon, and we sent a rover to Mars, and we are definitely like technology wise, we definitely should be able to. We don't even know half the technology that we probably have that like the government hasn't released. I think there's a lot of stuff we don't know about. All these like conspiracies, referring to conspiracies, like I guarantee there's stuff out there.
We need to start learning more before we talk about this stuff. Now, with that being said, is Megatron still in Antarctica? You think Megatron is under ice somewhere in Antarctica?
I think he's at Universal Studios.
No. That's my next trip after Egypt. I'm
Universal?
going to start exposing the world.
Oh, like Walt Disney's frozen under the Mickey Mouse.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah,
but
apparently,
I just know
apparently they froze his head.
When I watched Transformers 1, he was done.
Yeah.
In ice.
It's a movie.
Well, no, he was in water. But they found him in ice. I think he's still there.
You can go find out. Let us know when you get there.
Me in Alaska, my dog, we're going to Antarctica, and we're going to find Megatron.
Wouldn't that be some shit? Alaska and Antarctica.
I'm going to find him.
If you find him, that's great. If you don't come back, then that's on you. But I'm going to keep this podcast going. I got you. Maybe we'll do like a live feed, and you'll pop up on here in fucking snow.
Guys, I'm barely surviving. Camera's about to die. You just hear, Danny. Finally. I'm going to go, Prime.
Just dies, Alaska. Run.
No, seriously, that was just a joke. But Antarctica, you think there's ever going to be a way that we can habit Antarctica?
You can't even look at Antarctica on Google Maps.
Why is that? Something's hiding there.
Yeah. It looks weird. It's weird. No, you can't see it on Google Maps. Go on Google Maps and try to spin all the way down to Antarctica.
Have you ever...
Antarctica?
So what happens when you freeze a human body, right? They're trying to create this new, like...
Yes, for $100,000, you can freeze yourself.
Yes, if you freeze yourself, you might be able to come back, you know.
And they might have technology at one day that brings you back to life.
Exactly.
When you freeze your body, it stops it from aging and decomposing. But I don't understand how an organ can be frozen for 10 years and come back to life. So how can it spark back?
It's preserved. I don't know. But
preserved,
think about
but
this.
It's dead.
But think about this. Freezing. It's freezing temperatures up there. What if there's extraterrestrial life in Antarctica that we don't know about? Frozen.
Yeah, I think anything's possible over there.
I mean,
to be honest,
if we can't live there, then how do we know all about Antarctica?
There's a wall. There's a point that it's just nothing apparently.
Yeah, and it's protected, correct?
Yeah, you're not allowed there.
It's protected. Yes,
and on the outskirts probably. But you can't
to a certain point.
In the dead center, I'm pretty sure around for a certain diameter, you're not allowed to be in or around, and there's no pictures of it and stuff like that. If you go on Google Maps, as I said, and you can zoom into basically anything on Google Maps and anything, any place, any spot, they'll blur it out if it's like bad stuff, whatever. But it will not allow you to spin the globe that way. Does not let you.
There's something hiding there.
And when you zoom into any spot on there, it's just blur. So it might be because it's inhabitable, but also they have clear pictures of the rainforest that no one lives in.
I mean, extreme cold, extreme winds. Dude, I get that every year for summertime.
Yeah, and the thing they say, like, extreme cold and stuff like that, we have space suits and in space and stuff like that. It gets cold. You're telling me we can't go somewhere on Earth, on planet Earth, where there's a spot on Earth that we're not able to access? Come on, government, do better.
I say...
Think so? Look it up. Fact check it.
I say we get all...
No, I know that. I kind of want to know.
All of our followers, all of our subscribers. There's 7,000 of us. You can't stop all of us.
To do what?
Go to Antarctica.
And do what?
Break down that wall.
They all ran like idiots. They looked ridiculous.
We'll have a plan.
They all, if you guys didn't see, there's a day that everyone met up at Area 51 outside of it, and they were going to breach into Area 51. And there's videos of the day that came, and everyone that showed up there, and I'm sorry if any of you guys showed up there or wanted to go, they all showed up and did this.
Bro did the
swear.
Naruto run.
Everyone that ran like that up to the gate, laughing and having fun, turned around, went back to their car, and ridiculous. It's colder in space than it is in Antarctica, but we go to space. Regardless, we have windbreakers. If you have a suit on, you're not going to feel the wind. If you're in a car, you have your windows up, you're not going to feel the wind, right?
Unless you have a crack in the windshield.
But we're not referring to the.
That's why when it rains, it's cold because it's windy.
How is the wind getting to you though?
So when it rains outside, isn't it colder in your car?
No, it's more humid in Florida.
It's humid. I don't think it's colder. What I'm saying is, like, if you have heat on, if you have this suit on and it heats you up, and if wind's hitting you, I get where you're coming from. It might like affect the temperature very like minusculely, but we're in space, bro. If you're in space, I feel like whatever. Last time I was on an airplane going 500 miles an hour high up in the atmosphere where it's probably very cold, I did not feel the wind at all.
You wouldn't feel the
So why are you saying it gets colder?
because the wind makes it colder.
But you just said you won't feel it.
If you wore a suit in space, or if you wore a suit outside that plane, you would feel the temperature.
Anyways, that's an argument for another
I
day.
just lost 4,000 brain cells listening to these two.
So
Mike, go look in the mirror.
that was my last conspiracy. Do you have one more?
Well, one of mine was one that we talked about. Pyramid of Giza, COVID-19, Antarctica. I think there is one more that I wanted to talk about.
Do you think fasting
No.
helps your body?
Yeah, no. That was all I had, man.
Oh.
Fasting? I've never done a fast before.
Oh.
I've done like 8-hour fast, but I feel like that's not enough time for it to really.
I do that every morning because I don't get to eat until 12 o'clock, basically.
Well, I don't know what it is, but like when I eat in the morning, I automatically don't feel good.
Yeah.
Like it's weird, bro.
No, I feel the same way somewhat. So would you want to do a fast? Is that something we're gonna plan out?
I think we already planned it, bro.
Do you want to tell them a little bit about
Guys,
it?
12 hours max, and then I start depleting energy. I can't do anything. I just fall over at that point, right? So,
Yeah, I don't think I've been 12 hours without eating.
Blood vessels are constricting. I'm about to fall over, guys. Okay. But Dual Vibes Entertainment is going to do a 36-hour fast streamed fully on Kick for the full 36 hours, plus a video, just in case you don't make it
Behind
to
the
the
scenes.
stream, of us doing the highlights of the 36-hour fast.
Yep.
Basically, we're all going to be held hostage in a house with food around us. And the only thing that we can do is drink water and electrolytes. But
Water, electrolytes, and coffee.
there's also this one thing that you can buy at a convenience store, grocery store, where it's like a gallon.
Yeah,
Someone was telling me about it. It's like a gallon, right? It's in produce.
Mhm.
In any
Detox.
produce. Yeah, it's a cleanse. It's a cleanser, and it's the most disgusting thing. We're gonna be drinking a full gallon of that.
Yeah, I think you're supposed to drink it within 24 hours.
Yep.
Might be 24 or 48 hours, but it's gonna be crazy. I don't know if I'm gonna last that long.
No, we are lasting, guys.
We're gonna have to, but yeah, no, it's gonna be a live stream of it the whole time, 36 hours on Kick. So we're gonna have all that information out here soon. We're gonna post videos of that, and then we're gonna have
We're gonna be
behind
going
the
live.
scenes as well. We're gonna run that with the camera, just like behind the scenes and talking to you guys. We'll post that video after the 36-hour fast, and then we're gonna be going live on TikTok just to see and interact with everyone. Let you guys comment in and stuff like that to see how the no food is affecting us in a house for 36 hours without leaving.
Dude, I might eat one of you guys.
Zesty, but it's definitely something we're gonna see. We'll see how it goes. I'm excited for it.
Yeah, same. Make sure you guys follow the socials. We'll be posting behind the scenes on those as well, especially Dual Vibes Entertainment on Snapchat and Dual Vibes Entertainment on Instagram. You know,
Is there?
those are platforms where we can post stories and stuff like that. So make sure you guys check out this stream on Kick and live on TikTok. And then we will be posting a video of a 36-hour fast here in the coming 2 weeks. Spoiler alert.
Yes.
That being said, I hope you guys
Yes.
enjoyed the conspiracy theories. Guys, look, I was not very educated on any of the topics that we talked about. So if I sounded dumb, bear with me, all right? I'm just a dude.
Just a guy.
Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Do what you want to do. Don't listen to the world. Do what makes you happy. Because guess what? I know all for a fact no one on this can with me.
And that's going to do it for us tonight on Dual Vibes.
This is Danny.
This is Pike.
And
And this is Dual Vibes.